And we're not going to quest. Yeah, we are. Who are we kidding? We're totally questing, dude. This is a deck that I'm pretty excited about. It plays off the Flynn Rider synergies with like having a Maui on board. Like you can get 3 lore pretty early on if this is your 2-drop and your opponent's playing something like Sapphire Steel and they're not playing stuff. But we'll read this card together so we know what we're talking about. The narrow advantage at the start of your turn if you have a character in play with more strength than each opposing character. Gain 3 lore. 3 lore is huge. That's the magic number. All you need is like 8 of those to win. 7 of those? You need 7 of those to win. Goofy. And there's the Mufasa. Mufasa is really cool. Juliet is a knockoff. Juliet is the we have Rapunzel at home type beat. They got Madame Medusa the Mulan. This is by Zan Syed, the 4th best player in all of Lorcana Challenge Atlanta. And we are excited to play decks that he makes. We're a big fan. This is what we learned in this video. Number 1, play the Flynns when you get them. See if you can spot the mistake I make in this video when I have 2 Flynns in hand and then I ink one when I could have just played 2. Like what? Number 2, Amber Gaston that reduces 2 cost is huge. That's some major value. And number 3, Mufasa will never not be relevant. He'll probably be tried in every set that ever comes out because Mufasa is a big meme. Like what? I get to top deck a 9-cost Maleficent and play it for freezies? Here we go with our first game of the Red Fossa versus an Emerald Steel, which could be a problem, but maybe not. We got Pluto, which is cool because we could play a thing for 3, and then we could play that. This is kind of a mood, huh? And the Shift Pluto. Dude, we're kind of vibing with this. This is kind of a sick setup. We're going to ink Mulan and play Pluto because we do what we know. And then we pass turn. Next turn, we're going to ink something and then exert Pluto and play this guy for 3. And then we could play something for 5, which could be that. Fire the Cannons gets rid of the Pluto. Our plan is down the drain. RIP in peace. Let's go ahead and get rid of this Pluto so we stop thinking about what could have been. And then we play our Flynn Rider. If they don't play a character this turn, we're going to gain 3. But you already know that they're going to play a character. Hopefully it's the Ursula Deceiver. And hopefully it just has 1 power. Power. That'd be really cool. If they play something with only 3 power here, we're going to be set and cooking. There's the Donald Duck into the Inkwell. They're playing some crazy build, dude. There's the Titan's Decree. We do 2 damage to one of our characters, and guess who? It's Flynn Rider. So we don't get our 3 lore. It's like they have the exact counters. It's like Emerald Steel is where my heart is. I don't know. There is Pegasi, who is evasive, and quest for 1. She's got to go. She's got to go. Goodbye, sweet princess. And then welcome to the battlefield, Gaston. Smelly Gaston. We passed the turn. We could exert and play this next turn and get rid of that. That'd be cool. Kick Cloud Kicker into the Inkwell. Hi, Kit. They're targeting this. Leave Gaston alone. There's Buckaroo. They're gearing up to do some crazy things. Pluto, we can't ink. This is not evasive. So he's got to go too. Too bad. Have stuff in the discard? Yeah, we do. We have Flynn Rider. And Pluto. We are going to exert to play our Medusa now. And that only gets rid of this because we can't choose this. It has a ward. And then we pass. Hopefully we don't see that Pegasus. Hopefully we got rid of their shift ideas of shifting their Pegasus. Old Buckaroo. There's the Kick Cloud Kicker. It's going to bounce our Gaston into our hand. And that's not cool because it's uninkable. There's Mulan. And inkable Mulan. And we will go Hades to return Flynn Rider. And we will play our Pluto too. And we are going to quest for 1 on the board at 1. Bow, bow, bow. VVOG. They're doing some math and turns out it's only 3 lore that we're getting. Titan's Decree, we get to choose. We're definitely going to choose Madame Medusa. Because she lives if we choose her. And then Cloud Kicker goes into it. And then he perishes. They only have 2 ink to play with. Enchantress into the inkwell. What do they have for 3? Nothing. They have something. It's that guy. We're going to get rid of this. And we get a Medusa. See you later, Diablo. We're going to quest. Do we save this? I think we do because that has 4. We're saving the Flynn Rider. We're so happy he's here. But what if we draw a Mufasa next turn? Thank the Buckaroo. If he's in a whole new world, that'd be crazy. Its mothers know best to bounce this back to hand. That's okay with us. We take those for sure. Because that's going to return Gaston to our hand. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And we can play Flynn. We're going to quest, and pass. It's looking pretty good for us. What is that guy? Gunther, quest for 2. When a character is challenged and banished, each opponent chooses one of their characters and returns that card to their hand. Incredible. We do that. And then they concede. And we say, whoops. Our second game with Mufasa, we're going against the Delta Commander, the Sapphire Steel deck. We're feeling pretty good after coming off of that easy dub. They conceded. It wasn't a real dub. Do we fall for the Pluto shenanigans again? Not a chance. Do we fall for Hades shenanigans? Not a chance. Do we have a 1-drop? We do. But do we like this 1-drop more? No. Gaston, Rapunzel, and Super Goof. Pongo into the ink. I think we put her out. It has 2 damage on it, and then we can heal that with a pretzel later. It's kind of a wombo combo. If it doesn't get Titan's Decreed right now, which everyone loves to do. There's the Cogsworth into the inkwell. For 1, they play a Popsicle. Wow. The best possible thing to play in Sapphire, and they're doing it. I think we got to get rid of Goof here. I think we got to say adios to the Goof. The Goof troop is Goof gone. And here is our Plutonium. Do we quest? Do they have rushers? They could have Rush Queen. Not a chance. They're steel. Nothing in steel rushes. This character enters played with 2. Yeah, we'll quest. Yeah, don't mind if I do. Next turn we can ink something and then play a girl. Popsicle, draw a card. Our wombo combo's about to pop off. They could have Whole New World though, so we're cautious. We're not cautious. We're sending it, dude. There's Baboom into the inkwell. Happy that they didn't have a thing to get rid of it. There's Robin the Hood. Maui, wowie, zowie pizza. Should it be you? It shouldn't, should it? It should be Pongo. Pongaronian. And we're going to exert to pay less and then pay for our Rapunzel to heal our Mulan, just 2 damage. And get a Juliet and a Gaston. Lots of unequals, dude. And quest. They could shift this thing and take it out. But that's a price we're willing to pay for lore. For one big lore. It's probably not a price we should pay. Let it go into the inkwell for 3. We should see the shift Rabbity Babbity. Whoa! And they take out a Pluto. I don't blame them for that at all. They gained 2 lore in the challenge. Alouette. Chantarette. 3, 5, 4, 3, 3, 2, Hades. Get back the Pluto. I think we do quest here with her. And then we leave that for the mystery. Because what if we get her shift card in the next draw? That'd be crazy. They can have 4 ink this turn, which is easy Zeus. Which they, in that case, they'd probably Zeus this. Because they probably think that we have the shift Mulan, but we don't yet. It's a secret. Shh. They're thinking about it. They ink a Robin Hood and play a Hiram Flower the Sham, which banishes one of their popsicle. Draw 2 cards, and they will have 6 cards in their hand of all power. They could also sing something with Robin Hood, but they pass. Ink Maui. We have 5 ink. 5 is 4 plus 1. His ability doesn't proc because we have nothing in the discard, and we're going to quest this one. Do we quest this one? No. Why not? Don't we want the lore? Isn't lore so cool? No. Don't you want lore? No. Lore is the greatest. No. What is the Mulan's ability? Is it for characters that we have? She gains power. What does this Mulan do? When you shift this character during a turn, whenever this deal to the 2. So, having more characters won't buff us at all. So we are going to quest. It's just what her current strength is. Which we don't have buffs for that. Excuse my reading. I was skimming. Words and I don't go too well. There's the Hiram into the inkwell. They could quest their Hiram to banish this popsicle. They should probably do that first to see if they have a better play in mind. Grab your swords. Does 2 damage to everybody. That means all of our Hades, all of our Plutos. Adios. And then they do 3 damage to our Rapunzel. No. Our princess. That's pretty cool. And then they're going to heal the damage off of this Robbity Bobbity. We get a Maleficent Dragon. That we're going to ink. And then we're going to go ahead and play out our Maui Wowie Zowie Pizza to take out theirs. They're going to get to draw a card, but they already have all the cards in the world, so we're not too worried about it. Only does 3 damage to us, and then we're on a quest, because why not? We need to get that lore. This thing could finish it off, but we need to get that lore, dude. Especially when we have all those damaging spells. There's the Fishbone Quill. They can exert it and have up to 3 ink this turn. There's the Robbity Bobbity played onto the battlefield. 1/5 they exert. They are going to go to 2/5, 2/6. And we'll see what they got. They could also banish this popsicle. Pretty easy. Nope. They go ahead and take out the Mulan. Rest in peace, Mulan. There's no way Maui isn't going to take this bait to take out the Hiram, right? Wrong. No. Yeah, we'll do it. And then I guess they could shift and gain 2 in the challenge, but we're chilling. Put him there, and put him there, and we pass the turn. And I low-key have to sneeze. But I'm not doing it, because someone said I sneezed like somebody. What was that about? There's the shift Robin Hood, and they're going to take this out maybe. Ooh, a Detective Mickey. What are you investigating, Mickey? That's crazy. Mickey's got that W riz. It's our turn, and we have a Pluto that we want to play. So we are going to exert to pay less, and then play Pluto and Bodyguard. And Quest. And Pass. And we're chilling. That was a cool top deck. We like it. Because all they could do is do 5 damage. There is the Resist King. They're gonna go to 3. There's another McMouse. And they'll probably just quest it here. They don't. We're not gonna heal damage. Because we don't have any damage. We do have Mulan. Medusa says adios to you, Robity. And we say, look at all this questing we're doing. And then we pass turn. I think we have game on board. We don't have game on board at all. All these quests for very low amounts. In fact, this one quest for no amount. There's the Lucky Dime, their closer, and a whole new world. Bah, 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 bah. They sing it? Yeah, they Lucky Dime, and then they sang it. How do they do the damage? What just happened? What? They damaged me? And they conceded. Let's go! Our final game, we're going against Sapphire Ruby, which isn't the same guy, I don't think. But it is the same vibes. We'll get rid of this. We'll get rid of this. We'll get rid of this. We'll get rid of... Kind of want to keep that for high room. And then we're so sad that we had to ink our Goofy so much. We should probably keep an inkable card. Like, we probably should keep that Tremaine so we had ink. Because this is terrible. Goof, I'm sorry, bud. You gotta go. I would love to play you, but you gotta go. We got to be on the play. There's the Bell, strange but special, into the inkwell for 1. They're gonna play a Popsicle. Popsicle. Ooh, ooh, ooh. It's such a good card. The best card in blue. We're not gonna ink a second one. We're not that crazy, are we? We are gonna ink you. Right? Yes. And then we'll play Flynn Rider, and if they don't put out a Smee, which they can't because they're not steel, we're gonna gain 3 lore. There's Maleficent into the inkwell. And for 2, we could see a Develop Your Banner or 1 jump ahead. We see a Scuttlebutt. That's crazy. Oh, we get your girl. And we're going to ink her for Gaston. And we're not going to quest. Yeah, we are. Who are we kidding? We're totally questing, dude. We're totally getting that lore. This is a 4 lore Flynn, dude. That'd normally take a green Flynn 2 turns to do. We did it in 1. Tamatoa into the inkwell. They have 3. And we see a Scuttlebutt get played. They look at the top 4. If they find an item card, they can put it in their hand. They don't find an item card. No cards are added to their hand. Looks like this might be a 1-cost card. Ooh, it's a 1 jump ahead that he can sing. And we're going to get to game 3. Good deal. I think we just go ahead and exert. And play Maui. We need to save our Brawl. Do we care about her? We'll ink her. And then you already know we're questing with our Flynn. To 8. I guess that was a really bad idea because they're definitely going to Maui this turn. There's the Medallion Waits into the Inkwell. Let's see if they got the Maui. Wowie. That was a bad idea. They're targeting the Gaston. And that's okay with us. Because they used all of their ink to do that. I think we're going to do this so we keep it. How are we doing that? How is that again? We have to go there. Super Goop gets us 2 lore. In the challenge, he has Rush. He can do some damage there. We're not going to quest this thing because we're scared of Maui's. And then we pass. So this is quest for 2, a quest for 1, but it gets 2 lore every challenge, which is good news. This is an interesting one. This Flynn has been worth lots of lore, if not all of it. There's the Medallion Waits. They can pay 2 ink, make this buff, and then if they challenge, they get to draw a card, which looks like exactly what they're doing. They have to pay 2 ink, take out our Super Goof, but they get to draw a card, and card draw is power. But this thing's going to get to gain 3 lore next turn, which is crazy. It reduces our strength, but that don't matter. We'll still gain our 3 lore. We quest or are we scared of Maui? We're kind of scared of Maui. But we're more scared of not winning. They have 5 ink to use. They could ink something and play something for 6 ink, which definitely could be a Medusa to get rid of our Flynn. And then we'd say, oh, shucks. But good news is that we already... What is it? It's a Sisu to banish a character with 1 strength. Incredible. There it goes. Yeah, boy. Because of her. We get a Brawl, so we're going to ink a Brawl. And then we're going to play our Zissou to get rid of their Zissou. That's a Medusa. What are we talking about? And then we pass turn. This Ice Block is going to do some crazy things. Like if they play a Medusa, all they have to do is Ice Block this Medusa, and then their Medusa hits. They do the Hiram Flabbersham to banish their Popsicle and draw 2 cards. They only have 1 ink left, though, so we're chilling. We can only quest for 1, though, so we're nervous. Ooh, ever seen Courage the Cowardly Dog? Let me know in the comments. Medusa is definitely taking out this Hiram. And then we quest for 1, and we pass the turn. Thanks for watching, guys. Please hit subscribe. That'd be so cool. There's the Hiram Flabbersham to banish the Medallion Waits, maybe. They target the Ice Block. I think the Ice Block has more wombo combo abilities. Especially late game. Maybe not. Especially late game. They're pretty low on ink. Like for being a red-blue, they did not ramp the way they could have. They ink a Brawl and play a Zissou, which doesn't do anything because none of our cards are weak. Five. 1. Quest. Pass. Hopefully we have game on board. unless they be prepared. But be prepared would still let us have a Mufasa. Hopefully it hits a good luck. Right, like if they had had the Shift Z2 and still had their ice block, they could have made this lower cost, and then they would have been able to banish everything with 3 when they play the 8 cost Z2. Like, it just has more wombo combos abilities, I think, like where this Medallion Waits didn't. They're going to banish the Medallion Waits now to draw some cards. But we have game on board. There's no way that they're wiping this out. That's it. There's no cards that they can play to take out the Mufasa. That's it. Thanks for watching, fam. Mwah.